page always open. A comedian once raised the point, if 7-Eleven's open 24 hours a day, why do they have a lock on the door?
Very good question.
So anyway, no locks.
Why didn't they call it 24/7? What does the 7-Eleven stand for
that's
exactly?
A great question.
Right? Yeah.
What is 7-Eleven has been around for so long? It's the original convenience store.
Yes,
like
right.
the first time I ever became aware of a place where you can just go buy all the stuff you really want to eat.
That's right.
It's like we went to the grocery store.
They got Twinkies and gum
We went
in
to
the
the
same
grocery
place?
store, and what we did is we shrunk it down just to the stuff you really, really want. And it's all here. Come and get it at 7-Eleven. Maybe it means after one visit you'll gain 7 to 11 pounds.
Oh, here we go. We got it up there. Look, Kristen and Courtney took this. So 7-Eleven to reflect the company's new extended hours between 7 a.m. and 11 p.m. See, so Jamar, you don't want to be 7-Eleven, okay? And that's where my superlative to start this off will be 24/7. All right, 24 hours, 7 days a week. That's where I was going to go. I didn't even know we had this little 7-Eleven graphic here, so now it's not as cool because it's been ruined. I've been shown up here, but I mean, it's about damn time. Maybe that should be my superlative, right? I mean, we just talked about it a little bit before. The Bengals, the last few weeks, what are they on offense? What is it exactly they're trying to accomplish? What is your MO? What is the thing that you're elite at that we talk about that makes a team go, whoa, we have to stop this, and then it helps out the rest of your football team? What they've decided to do over the last 2 weeks is just go, we're going to go all in on Jamar Chase. We're going to throw him the ball just about every play. And, of course, the big thing in this game was this guy right there, Joe Burrow, was the first time all year he actually had time to look at people down the football field. That's the first thing. So Jamar Chase open, 7-Eleven, 24/7, whatever the hell you want to say. It doesn't matter if Joe Burrow's on his back in 0.5 seconds. And that wasn't the case in this football game. And you hear me talk about the simplicity of the Bengals offense, but slowly but surely they're moving Chase around and becoming a little more creative. And like we talk about too, right? They're a team that now we got 4 or 5 games of film on somebody. We can start to build a little bit of a library and how they defend and do all that stuff. But the big play Bengals got back in a big way yesterday. That was a scary game, I thought, going to Arizona. And it was close there for a while, but Burrow and Chase eventually broke it open.
Unbelievable. And look, Steelers, take note. Throw the ball to your best player, and the rest of the offense will follow.
Find ways to feature the guy. And you'll get teams to start to play defenses that are favorable to your offense.
I said this about the Steelers at one point, trying to understand why they won't feature Pickens. And after Mike Brown has had to dig extra deep in the couch cushions to pay Joe Burrow, I can't imagine that they'd say, let's take some of the steam out of Jamar Chase as he's in his last year before he's eligible for a contract, because we already know he's great. He's already getting paid. Whatever his numbers are this year, he's still getting paid.
Agreed.
They're going to have to pay him. So never mind that. I was just thinking out loud. Why wouldn't you let him have the ball and get the ball to him? He has proven time and again what he can do. So after yesterday, there's hope for the Bengals, who are 2-3, Steelers 3-2, Ravens 3-2, Browns 2-2. It's a scrum.
It is
in the AFC North.
They're there to be had, and hopefully they get it going there. O-line is the big thing. Like they said, they ran the ball a little bit. They gave Burrow some time. Still 46 attempts or 317. I wish they could still be a little bit more aggressive. And here's one other thing, too, with the Bengals. Defense giving up a lot of big plays through the first 5 weeks, which is kind of shocking with them. And, of course, Arizona made some big plays yesterday and missed a few big plays that could have made that game a little bit more interesting, but good win for the Bengals. They needed that.
When I first heard the pronunciation of Devon Achane in the preseason, I could hear Chris Berman saying, Devon, take the A-train, A-chain. Well, now it's A-chan. So it's take the A-chan. This is incredible what Devon Achane is doing. And I love a good origin story. I love to know when someone who ended up being great first realized, I'm going to be great. Puka Nacua told me a great story about it last week with Cooper Kupp taking him aside during practice and saying, you know what you can do, we know what you can do, and how that was like his moment. It's like, hey, Cooper Kupp believes in me, I can be great. I asked Achane about it yesterday, and I said, was there a moment where you realized you belong? No, I knew I belonged when I got here. Well, and it's like, was there something like during practice or a game where you made a play and you're like, this is the proof? Nope. And he's very understated about it. He says, look at the offensive line. I'm paraphrasing him, but Anybody could be doing what he's doing. And this gets back to the whole running back, because there are plenty of running backs out there that could do what he's doing in that spot. There's humility in what he's saying. He's still special.
Yes.
But for him to go into the game,
right,
averaging 11.4 yards per carry and have his average go up,
that's insane.
Is incredible.
Yes, it is.
What they are doing is incredible, and it is a total team effort. They're averaging over 9 yards per play. But when you with that burst, there are a lot of guys in the NFL that do not have that ability to shoot lightning through that crack.
Exactly right. Like, I think there's a lot of running backs in the NFL that get 20, 25 right there. Do they get 76 like Devon Achane? I don't know about that. That's where his speed and acceleration and explosion, allow him to make this play from, hey, yeah, good 15, 20-yard gain to, whoa, a game breaker, and it's a touchdown, and, we're all over you. They're unreal right now. They really are. And they put you in such a dilemma because if you play too deep, they can run the ball. McDaniel is patient with it, right? He's not going to be pass happy. So the things you worry about with the Dolphins is, whoa, let me play too deep to stop the big passes down the field, or let me play a coverage that takes away the middle of the field where they attack so much in passing the ball. And off of that, you play too deep. You don't have enough people in the run game, so we'll run it. And then, wait, you got everybody in there in the middle to stop the over-the-middle Tyreek Hill passes? Well, we'll just cram you in there and toss it out to one of our guys and get you on the edge. And they have found the perfect formula to be a real pain in the ass. What are you grinning about over there?
Somebody emailed, and this makes sense. We should call Jamar Chase emergency room because that is open 24/7 as I found out yesterday.
Exactly.
So Jamar Chase is the emergency room.
Way to go. I like that. That was very well done by our loyal
whoever sent in the email.
There.
All right, go ahead. Give me another one.
Riding the Ridder, baby. That's what we're going with. You talk about a big performance in Atlanta yesterday. All right, I have to think that if Desmond Ridder played poorly yesterday, that it would have been official Taylor Heineke time. It felt like that. I know it got brought up last week to the Falcons head coaches, and they said, no, Ridder's our guy. We're going to go with that. But as we've been talking about for the first 4 weeks of the year, it's hard to win the way they've been playing. Just run the ball, no pass game performance at all. Ridder was big time yesterday. They could not control the line of scrimmage against the Texans. The Texans pretty much called their bluff, and they were like, no, we're not going to let you run. Desmond Ridder's going to have to beat us. And they found ways to get Drake London the ball, and Kyle Pitts got the ball. It was the first time all year we saw those guys involved in the game, and it's the first time that we've seen in the Desmond Ridder era them win a football game because of his right arm and not just because he managed the game. Right? So that to me was pretty awesome. A lot of credit to him and some of the big plays he made, and hopefully that quiets some of the talk around him.
Yeah, because it really was getting there. And it's still not over, but yesterday went a long way toward it. I said last week, this is simple for me. Texans win, CJ Stroud great, Desmond Ridder not. Sometimes it's that simple, and maybe sometimes it isn't that simple because Ridder rose up and helped the Falcons win. Last one for me. This is the Bachman-Turner Overdrive Award. This is because, and are you aware of the group Bachman-Turner Overdrive?
I'm not sure if I do.
Because I got there through Taking Care of Business.
Right.
That was the song.
Okay, I know that song.
Right. That's one of their various hits from the 70s.
Right.
And Dan Campbell looks like a guy who would be a Bachman-Turner Overdrive, like banging his head with his hair long when he was playing. But they're taking care of business, and this is the mark of a great team. You never stumble and fall down against the teams you're supposed to kick the crap out of. 42-24, exactly what they're supposed to do. There's not even a question. This is the hallmark of a team that is ascending to upper echelon. Now, are they going to be ready to play the 49ers? We'll see. But for them, it's a process. It's not about winning the Super Bowl this year. It's about positioning themselves to maybe be in the conversation to win the Super Bowl next year. But you do that by not screwing around with an inferior team. You don't let it be a one-score game. You don't let it be, oh no, we can't relax late in the game. You just take it. And they took it. Even without Amon-Ra St. Brown, without Jahmyr Gibbs, they took it from the Panthers. That's what great teams do, and they're now great team
right
in the NFC North, and maybe will make things very interesting in the postseason.
I mean, we're still going 49ers, Eagles are kings of the NFC, but it's fair to say that the third team might be the Lions. I mean,
Seahawks have something to say about that too. They beat the Lions,
right? I get you. So Dallas, of course, is the team I think we all put at number 3 there. And I go, hey, the Lions, to your point, they just put pressure on you all game long. That's what they do. Their offense is a little bit like the 49ers in the way of like, oh, we got to stop the run. They can gash us in the run. And then they're really creative in the things they do off of it in the play-action pass game. And Goff is phenomenal in the play-action pass game. And they make you defend every square inch of the field like we talk about with great offenses that way. And then their defense, of course, has made one of the most dramatic turnarounds we've seen any unit, this year. It was a horrible defense last year. They're a top 10 defense now. You can't run the ball on them, and they're way better in the secondary there. I look at them as a team that, again, I'm not going to put them quite in the 49ers-Eagles class, but would I be shocked if they were a team that upset one of those two teams in the playoffs? No, yeah, they have that type of talent and that type of coaching to go along with it that, yeah, they can be that team that kind of upsets our perfect matchup for an NFC Championship game.
They are that team that is good enough to beat a team that is peeking ahead to the next round.
Yeah.
They'll get you if you give them that opening. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.